New information this morning on scams where people lose the most money. Kristen Allen is at the First Alert Safety Desk. So Kristen, what do people need to know so they don't become victims?
Tammy, the Better Business Bureau just released this report about what's called the riskiest scams, and they're called that because, as you said, they have the biggest dollar loss with those particular types of scams. Scams that happen online continue to grow, making up 68% of all reports, and they are more likely to result in a monetary loss than in person or a scam that happens on the phone. These specific scams are the riskiest. Investment scams, including those that involve cryptocurrency, more than 80% of people targeted by this scam reported losing money and had the second highest average dollar loss at $3,800. Investment scams can look like pressure to purchase, trade, or store digital assets such as cryptocurrency with fraudulent exchanges. Employment scams are second on this list. Reports of employment scams are up 54% from 2022. These scams have an average of more than $1,900 lost. Online shopping scams have dropped on this list for the first time since 2019. Nearly 42% of scams reported to the BBB scam tracker were online purchase scams. Coming up in the next half hour, health officials are investigating to see if a rare nervous system disorder is linked to RSV vaccines in older adults. Emerson?